Before we effectively ruin this car, let's take a moment to talk about a couple of people who are doing the opposite. Those who are doing the Lord's work and showing you how to save these cars.
Who's there? Connecting rod. That's good.
As you guys saw, we were at Clint's house the other weekend, so obviously we went and filmed some of his story too, but you know, I'm not going to go making a 45-minute video about getting the swallowtail and showing you guys. The majority of this video is going to be exactly that, showing you his truck and a little bit about him and what he does. Before we dive into that though, I want to talk to you guys about another Mark 1 YouTube channel that you have to follow if you even remotely like what we do here, and that's Mystery Garage. I'll leave the name here, I'll link it in the description, all that stuff. Go check it out. Ryan, who runs the channel, is absolutely killing it. His channel's growing at a ridiculous speed, and there's a good reason for that. He posts twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays. Sundays he posts other people's projects he's working on. He's got a Mark II that's in right now that he's doing a 2.0 and 1.8 hybrid motor that we've spoken about on this channel, which I've said all the time is probably one of my favorite swaps you can do on a Mark 1. And that being said, he covers stuff that you just won't get to see here, but also covers stuff that we have spoken about. Between the two of us, you're getting plenty of Mark 1 stuff. One of the other things that you'll find over there that you just won't ever see here to the extent that he's doing is body work, rust repair, actual restoring of these cars. I just don't have the time, patience, or skill to take on, you know, nice body work like he's doing. His main project at the moment is Project Stepchild. It's one of his own Mark 1s, and he's doing a full restoration. I think it's getting ready to go to paint. If you look back, you'll get to see all sorts of rust repair and body work videos that, again, I just can't provide to you guys. That sort of stuff on his own projects, he posts every Wednesday, so just the consistency and frequency of uploads alone is worth following his channel if you feel like you're not getting enough here. He's been a huge motivation in me trying to really push this channel this year, trying to post more frequently, more consistently. So you gotta go give him a follow, even if it's for the motivation alone and the positivity that he puts on his channel. I can't say it enough. Go check his stuff out for yourself. He's just absolutely killing it. One last thing before we dive into Clint's segment of this video, I want to tell you guys we bought some new camera gear. Hear that? Yeah, trust me, I know about it. Drives me crazy. I'm sure some of you don't even notice it, but that noise drives me absolutely crazy. That noise comes from me putting together, making stuff from spare parts that I have laying around, other camera gear. As you can see, this is wrapped up. You can't really see what this is, but this is a piece off the tripod. And then this up here is a roll mount or handlebar mount for GoPros. So even the slightest bit of movement causes that noise. You know, even when you're trying to manipulate the camera to do nice shots, if you move your finger even like that, you're getting that nasty noise that, again, I'm well aware of, and I hate it. It drives me crazy. We're balling on a budget here. We always have been. So I bought this GoPro a little over a year ago, mainly to do like the in-car stuff. Once I got it and realized just how capable it is, and for the form factor, and how I could still do nice panning shots like this, full-on replaced the other camera I used to use, which is this setup here. I'll show you guys. It's the Steadicam with the DSLR strapped to the top of it, and that's what I used to use. And while that setup was great, that is a camera from the mid-2000s. Very old, it's very limited in how I can use it. It doesn't have autofocus. I sold all that camera gear this week. Sold all my lenses, the camera body, all the accessories that came with it, except for the Steadicam, my tripod, and that stuff. And we bought a not brand new, but we bought a new to us camera. It's still like a 4-year-old camera, but to buy the most modern stuff that is in the same playing field is like $3,000 just for the body. We just don't have that kind of budget around here. Hopefully one day we can afford to ball out on some real nice stuff, but this is really going to elevate the channel. That stuff should be here this weekend. Still going to use this GoPro. It's been awesome. Like when I'm removing the motors and stuff, the GoPro is great for strapping to your head, but we could do better, and that's what we're doing. So I spent a bunch of money this week on some new camera gear, new camera, new lens. I'm going to buy another lens in another week or two. that's really going to put the video quality where I've always wanted it to be. We're finally getting with the times. I'm always trying to up the quality here. And this year, I'm really pushing that, both with the effort and buying more camera gear. So, that being said, let's get back to Clint's house. Since we're arguably destroying the swallowtail, we're also showing you somebody who saves them.
That's just.
And down here at Clint McMillan's house, a lot of these are customer cars. Speaking of which, coming from all over the place. You guys remember Tim? Did a video on his truck a couple months ago, a year ago. Oh wow, it's already been like a year since we filmed this truck. But Tim from Long Island brought his truck down here for a bunch of work. I think Clint's making him a trailer too, or doing the trailer hitch. I don't know. Clint's doing a bunch of work to it. A lot of people all over the East Coast have been sending their rabbits down here to Clint for him to fix them up, do floor pans, rust repair, stuff that most of us just don't have the time or skill for. He used to live in Massachusetts, and then he moved down here. This has more or less been his main gig. So if you got a rabbit anywhere near Florida, or you're willing to send it down here to have him fix up.
I call him Jacob Al Dente because he's a wet noodle.
Jacob Al Dente from New Jersey has brought his rabbit down here too. So Clint's is doing...
I already did it. I did pillars in it.
No, I was gonna say you're doing the Lord's work down here.
Yeah.
But...
did all the pillars and whatever.
Yeah, this was all rotted out, right?
Yeah. Just a little couple floor patches, some back fender stuff. Whatever. Oh, that's a really nice one. But just easy shit.
Yeah. Whose is this? Yours? Oh, this one's Ian's.
No, that was a chicken egg I threw.
This is Ian's?
Yeah, he snapped the cam in it with a 1.5 and a 4-speed. Snapped the cam in it, and I started an ALH swap in it. I gotta do the timing stuff still, and then we just got the harness in a couple days ago. So I gotta do the harness and set her up, ready to rip. But this was his daily driver, and you know, coming back from the St. Augustine A1 Classic, it ran away, floated valves. One of the valves punched up, snapped the cam in half. He was like, "Yeah, it just cranks fast." I was just like, "How fast?" So when he got it here, I hopped in and went, "Marine in it." I was like, "Yeah, you need a motor." What? Yeah, you need a motor. But we had an ALH Beetle we bought for $400 or something. It's got low miles. The thing's got like 120K on it or something. We got it for like $400. So I was like, I mean, now's your chance.
Yeah, do it now. Don't waste your time putting in a bullshit motor. No. I'm about it.
Don't mind my stroke bump. You ain't gonna die. Well, you might, but not from that.
I like what you've done with the place, Clint.
With the car?
Yeah.
It's alright.
The shift knob is probably the best part.
735 miles since I put the GPS in, and I did well over 200 since. I'm rolling just about 1,000 miles on the swap.
So what's in it?
It's 1986, 87 only. 300 SDL motor. It's a OM603. It's just a 12 valve, straight 6 diesel. It never came manual, so the transmission's out of a 99 to 02 SLK 230 Roadster. It's like the compressor, a little 2-door piece of shit nobody liked. Somebody's gonna hate me now. They bolt up. They don't hold shit for power, really, the trans. It's a 717 460 trans. It's the code for the biggest input shaft 5-speed they did, so it does hold all right. But I mean, this motor made 140 horsepower, brand new, you know, so it's not like
It'll be all right.
yeah. I mean, this thing came factory with a 2-liter in it, CIS 2-liter, junk, you know. 230. Everybody puts the B230Fs in these things, and it's just not for me. I tell people all the time, yeah, I put a diesel in it. And they're just like, oh, Cummins? No, not a Cummins. Oh, what is it? It's a Mercedes diesel. Oh, it must be slow. I'm like, well, kind of, but
Yeah, but I'm not paying
really.
scene tax on it.
Yeah, not really at the same time.
And it's just as reliable.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a V8.
It's an AVA.
Could have had a V8.
But it don't. Valve stem.
Yeah, I couldn't get the front calipers to bleed, and I have no friends, really. So I had to stick the little Schrader valve guy from the air compressor on there and crack the bleeders, and guess what? It still didn't work. But I have brakes. Nothing special, but it works. I have a tumor in my left foot, so I can't do heavy clutches for long. So I went with a CTN. It's good on the highway, which is nice, and it's got a pretty soft, pretty soft pedal, so it worked out well. I never really cared about ABA swaps. I always thought it was kind of cheating, you know? And then I got this one from Billy Swallowtail when we made a deal for the yellow truck. I did floors in the yellow truck so that I could get this motor from him. He gave me the harness, everything. It's got a cam and a chip in it and whatever. And I never really cared about ABAs. I mean, he gave it to me and I needed something in this after the TDI ran away, so I'll just suffer with the ABA. And now that I've done it, I've done plenty of them, but I've never done them for myself. And now that I've done it, man, it's great.
They're that perfect bang for your buck swap.
The whole point of this truck was to be super budget. And I mean, I got the truck for free. I got the donor car to fix it for $200. I got the motor for free. I got all the interior for free. I literally have $670 something into this truck, and all of it was like to paint the floors and a new floor pan, and like there's no money into this thing.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me like, oh man, it's worth so much money, you can sell it, yada yada. I bet you get $4 grand for it.
With your cost of entry, it's worth just
and I can't
enjoying it.
If I took that $4,500, I'd be hard pressed to go replicate it with another thing that I actually care about. This thing is made of 7 different vehicles. The rockers are off something different. The whole floor pan, less one of the new pans, the windshield frame, the whole engine bay is out of a 2-door late Westie. The core support's out of a mountain green rabbit we found in the woods. Everything is just like so cobbled together from different shit that I wouldn't feel safe saying, yeah, hey, you have 4 kids, here you go and drive this with your son in it, you know? Because if it splits in half, you're both gonna die.
Yeah. This is the truck you did the front clip on in a weekend.
Yeah.
Or a day.
13 hours.
Yeah,
Shout out to my boy Nick Selko for giving me a hand on that. That was good. But I mean, it's just a turd, but I love it.
You guys have heard me say I won't ever do a front clip, but I also mentioned the people that will, and there are some people we'll bang them out in a weekend or 13 hours.
You know, I was super nervous to do it. I never cut a car in half and welded it back together, and there's things that were wrong. I thought I had it right, put it all together, never test fit the passenger door. The driver's one lined up, so everything's square. Why wouldn't the passenger? I put it all together, and it was 3/4 of an inch short. I had to cut it all back apart and do it again.
Oh,
but
no.
like Chase and Dubs on Instagram, he did that tarpon truck, the sport truck that he brought to Madness with the ABA in it and stuff.
Yeah.
He did that, and I mean, this is what he does for a living. I'm not a professional. I'm not doing this. I say it, and it sounds stupid because it is what I do for other people too, but like, I don't really think I would do this kind of bullshit to somebody else's truck. I'd take my time and do it like Chase did, because I know Chase is sitting there like, man, this little bitch, he did it wrong. But at the end of the day, I mean, I banged it out in 13 hours.
Done is better than perfect sometimes.
This is the longest vehicle I've ever owned in my life.
How
Literally.
long?
And it's going on 2.5 years. I've had 196 cars, and I think this was number 80 something. But from all this time, there were so many times where I was just like, man, f this piece of shit. It's such a rotten turd. I don't even want it anymore. And I throw it off to the corner, and then 2 months later, I look at it, and I'm like, man, that's kind of a good-looking little bitch. And I get back at it, you know? It's stupid, really.
I like it a lot. This one...
It's priceless to me. Right? So, like, literally... You know, like, it's just shit I don't care about.
But it works.
Exactly.
You can still enjoy it.
I think everybody has their extension, like, everybody's cars is an extension of who they are. And, like, if you think about me, it's just me. Yeah, Mike. I'm really loving it. It's great. Back to you, Mike.